It's here. Yeah, it's the package. Hello guys, welcome back to Vlogmas Day 8. Is it Day 8? Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's Day 8 already. So guys, as you can see by the intro, we finally got our package. I'm so excited to share with you guys. So I'm going to make this, I know I say it all the time, but I promise you, this is going to be a very short video. I'm just going to do a quick unboxing of all my new journals that I've been working on. And then I wanted to talk to you quickly about, as I'm being beckoned, I'm coming, I'm doing a video. Mom life. And then I wanted to talk to you guys quickly about the difference between choosing matte versus glossy covers for your books. For anybody that's interested or they're on their own KDP self-publishing journey, I wanted to share my, my opinions and what I think about going with either of those. So let's get into this unboxing. Okay guys, so the moment of truth. I have been working on these projects for quite some time and I wanted to share with you guys some of my newest journals. I'm really excited. Ooh! Actually, this isn't a new one, but oh my goodness, like how gorgeous is this, guys? Oh my goodness. I hope you guys can see that. Oh my gosh. But of course, I just lotioned my hands. And yeah. So I'm going to give you guys what my opinion of, you know, the matte versus the glossy finishes. But I just wanted to show you guys first what this looks like. So this is my, as the title says, daily dot journal. And I have been really just experimenting with different types of journaling. So this was my first dot grid journal that I did. And it's just very simplistic. Each page is labeled as note to self and it repeats. And it just has a really, I think, elegant flower on there. And then the date. So it's meant to, again, be a daily journal. And yeah, it's about 120 pages and very simple. And then at the very back, I've left it as just, you know, a different format. Just, you know, if you wanted to like jot down any kind of notes or if you do bullet journaling. So yeah, this is not my newest of the creations, but I did order, that was from one of the very first, when I did the very first like unboxing video that I did for my KDP publishing. So that was about, I want to say 2 months ago. And so this was created along with those books that I had unboxed, but for some reason I had forgot to order it. So I did order a copy just to see how it would look, and I'm really pleased with it. So I just happened to open that one first. But these are the ones, the journals and the notebooks that I've been working on, and I'm really excited because I've done a couple series I think I was telling you guys about. So not only that, oh my gosh guys, in this will be my niece is going to be 9 at the end of July. So I've also done, I got my... Oh, okay, go and put on your underwear, please, because nobody wants to see that. Thank you. Ooh, sorry, guys. Yeah, my niece is turning 9, and so I had asked my sister pretty much to give me a list of all the things that she was into and all the things that she likes, and then I just used those ideas to create books and like journals that I thought that she would really like, and plus obviously drawing from inspiration from my own daughter because they're only 2 years apart. I just got some really like cool ideas. At least I thought they were cool. So I'm gonna share those with you. And so this is the first thing that I'm going to be sharing. I have created a series of biblical notebooks. And guys, I'm cheesing so hard because I'm really proud of this series. So it is a 9-part series. I hope I have all of them in this order, but again, guys, I'm obviously unboxing this live, or as it's being recorded, and so we are taking a look at this together. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, wow. Okay, so 3, 6, there's 7 here, so perhaps some of them are on, yeah, 7, 8. Huh. I thought it was 9. Oh, you know what? It came in a separate order, guys. Okay. So this is my biblical journaling slash notebook series. And so I had gotten inspired, basically it's a dream of mine, or it was a dream of mine, to pretty much own my own like series of journals. And then in creating that, I was really inspired by like the boho theme, because like anything, I guess like abstract or boho themed really just caught my attention. And so I combined those two aspects, because not all of it is boho, but majority of it is, and then the rest is also just abstract like shapes and using different colors to infuse. And I chose a different scripture for each of the titles. And so I know normally with publishing, especially low content publishing, and again, those are like the insides that are not necessarily, they have like, you know, like a novel would have, where it's like all words. There is some words, or there are some words, but it's not primarily words. And so I'll show you guys what I mean. The first book is God is Within Her, She Will Not Fall. And so what I've done is I've given the part of the scripture that really spoke to me, and I've given the actual scripture where that's from. And so that is the first one. Okay, so the inside is really very simplistic. It's a line journal or notebook, whichever you choose, but I've designed it just so that, you know, if you're doing your daily devotions, or if you're looking just for any kind of daily inspiration, it doesn't have to necessarily be devotion based, but even if you're maybe, you know, if you're wanting to combine it with like your sermon notes, or use it as your sermon notes, you can in fact do that. And yeah, I just put the, I tried to capture with each of them a theme from the actual cover and incorporate it on the inside. And so these are just going to be repetitive, but just very clean, straightforward. And so that is the front, guys, and that is the back. And I hope I'm showing everything clearly on camera. So the one thing I did notice, I do want to make this not just about my unboxing, but basically I wanted to talk about matte versus glossy covers. So me personally, I'm always drawn to matte cover books, and that's simply because I just think it looks a lot nicer. It looks like, you know, very like chic, high-end, shishi poo-poo, very expensive looking, and I just feel like they really stand out. And so I personally go with a matte finish, or I like to choose books that are matte finish. Even when I'm purchasing my, you know, my own books, not my own books, but just if I'm looking for books, I always like I'm more drawn to a matte cover. And I just like the feel of a matte cover. It just feels very luxurious, I guess, very expensive, if you will. And so a majority of my books are matte covered for that reason. There's nothing wrong with glossy, but I just feel like The glossy is more for, in my opinion anyways, I feel like, you know, it looks great, but it's more for, say, like children books, if you will. I wouldn't necessarily do a children's book in a matte cover. So I feel like for journals, definitely matte cover is the way to go, in my opinion. And so this is the next one, and it says, be anxious for nothing. And obviously, well, not obviously, but you know, that's only part of the scripture. And this is one of my very favorite scripture, guys, because I think throughout my life, it's just always some scripture that has inspired me and keep me just really, yeah, really grounded. And so again, it's a lined interior. So nothing fancy about this one. It's just lined. I didn't bother to put any elements because really I'm just trying to play around and see, I guess, you know, what options I can offer. This is another book in the series, and so again, it's a 9-part series. So this one says, the heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of his hands. And again, the scripture is there, and that's how the back looks. So the one thing I do note, and again, this is lined, and it's oh, I didn't tell you. So dimension wise, these are all 6x9, guys, and they're 120 pages. That's pretty standard for those types of notebooks. The one thing I found, or I find with the matte cover, is that they do tend to hold fingerprints. Like, they tend to show fingerprints. And so, like, you have to be really careful. As I mentioned at the beginning, like, I had just lotioned my hands because, listen, I'm sure you guys are tired of seeing me show up on camera with dry hands, but I had just lotioned my hands, and then actually I'm just unboxing these, so I haven't really touched these. So these are probably whoever boxed them. You can already see, like, there's some smudge marks. So I would say, yeah, like smudge marks, and even like this one is a bit scratched. So anything that is a matte finish is going to show up more in terms of like any smudges or anything like that. So that's something to consider. However, I think honestly that's minor to me personally, because I still think the finished look of a matte is really, really pretty. So that's the front of this one and the back, and this one says, you are God's masterpiece. And again, the inside is lined. And we have, God has you in the palm of his hand. And I thought that one was really cute. I mean, I think all of them are really cute, but I designed this one specifically, you know, obviously with that scripture in mind. And I wanted to capture an image, or find or create an image that really captured that scripture well. So I think I did that. And again, this is blank on the inside. This one, oh my gosh, I don't know what it is, guys. I'm in love with this one. Like, I think really and truly this one came out so beautifully. It says, he counts the stars and calls them all by name. And this is how the back looks. And so again, and it doesn't, I mean, I've chosen obviously this as a biblical series, but it obviously does not have to be used just for devotions or like scripture notes or sermon notes. It really is meant to, one, inspire you, because scripture has so much meaning for me personally. And I feel like every day that I read scripture, it gives me the opportunity to be like, you know, uplifted and just find some encouragement. And so I'm hoping that that is what I'm imparting on whoever is purchasing these books, is just to basically, yeah, give them some encouragement and uplift them. This one says, I am set apart for his glory. And again, it's just, to me, the designs are very, like, I've obviously put thought into it in terms of like the colors that I wanted to use, the actual images, but I don't know the password, sorry. But yeah, like I try to basically incorporate images that reflect, not all of them, but like for the majority of them, images that reflect the actual scripture reading, as well as I try to tie in the colors the best that I can with the images, right? So that they kind of flow. So I hope it's coming across on camera as nice as it's looking, because I'm so like, oh my goodness, my cheeks hurt. I'm so impressed with how they came out. This one says, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Another one of my absolute favorite scriptures. And again, this comes in just a lined journal. So those are the first of a few series that I'm working on. So I'm going to now show you the books that I created for my niece. As I said, she is going to be celebrating her 9th birthday. And so I had, again, just asked her mom in terms of things that she would like and would be, you know, would be into. I haven't received one of her books. So I created 4 books for her. Haven't yet received the 4th one. That's okay. Maybe I could do like a quick update when I do receive it. So just to show you guys, this is the Glossy, right? So this is what I was talking about. So I've done 2 of her books in Glossy and 2 in matte. And this is how they've turned out. I think, honestly, it doesn't, to me, I think they both turned out beautifully in both the Glossy and the matte. Again, personally, I think when you're doing children's books, the Glossy tends to be more, in my opinion, more, I guess, attractive and just more, maybe like more practical. It just makes more sense when you're doing children's books to do them in Glossy. And I think maybe like they're more eye-catching somehow. So that is her. I created one for, well, I created them with the hopes to inspire young children like her, and obviously my daughter. She loves to write. Like, she's been writing since I think she learned to spell her name at like 2.5. And so she's an avid reader. She loves to write. And I thought, you know what better way to encourage her to continue her daily writings than to do a gratitude journal, and just, you know, for her to really have something to kind of like look forward to writing, because she sees me journaling often. And even though I have bought her journals, like, I haven't done a gratitude journal. And I have a few adult gratitude journals, and I think they're so, they're just so useful, right? Just to kind of basically just show gratitude and be grateful and be thankful for just even the simplest of things. And so I wanted to get them in the habit of doing that. So I've included, this is not just a blank or like a lined interior. I've also done fun activities that are age appropriate. So this one is for ages 7 to 15. I've done journaling prompts for their age, as well as affirmations and pages for coloring, because again, they're children, right? So that's the inside. And the first page says the gratitude journal belongs to. And then I just start off by basically explaining what being thankful, what being grateful essentially means. And then I include some prompts. And here we have the dictionary, basically the meaning of the word gratitude. I've broken it down and I've given examples. And then, yeah, I've included pages where they could do like their memory verse. There's a morning checklist, areas for them to like doodle, for them to color. And yeah, I just thought it was really, I mean, this was really fun for me to do. I put a lot of research and thought into this one. And I tried to, again, think of my own daughter and what I thought she would like to see in a gratitude book for her age. And it's just, to be honest, it was, yeah, it took me a little bit longer, I must admit, but I'm definitely happy with how it turned out, because I do think that, I do think that there's a lot of value for children to have these types of books. So that is the gratitude journal for children, and it's in a Glossy. And then I have a personalized notebook for my niece, and that's the back. And I honestly love this one. Again, it's a lined journal for the interior, but I think just, you know, the little girl on the front, it's a, you know, like I want my niece to see when she has journals, I want her to see options that reflect herself, right? And so I just think that's empowering for young children. And then the back says, be brave. So that is the second. And then I did a monogram because I'm like, how cute is that? Like, I know growing up I had monogram everything, monogram notebooks, monogram like pages, monogram binders, everything. So I thought I would do a monogram journal, and I really like how the colors, so basically these are her favorite colors, and I just really like how they came out. And then the back is supposed to be a gold foil pattern. So that's, yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. Like, I thought it would have been more, it would have looked more gold like the actual lettering, but you know, that's okay. I think it still turned out really well. And this one is actually a blank gratitude journal. However, it has her initial, so again, monogram style, has her initial throughout the entire journal. So I think she's gonna love, love, love those. And I just realized, guys, without, I mean, yes, I did this one, the monogram with her favorite colors, but then I noticed that the theme, I mean, one of the themes of the colors happened to be yellow, which I think is pretty, yeah, that's pretty cool. And so a few more books. I also have a 12-week prompted prayer journal, and it's called God's Grace. And this one is, honestly, it's beautiful because it starts off with a scripture, and then it has areas where you could do your daily devotion. So this is more so a devotion. You can write down Thanksgiving. I have scriptures without. I also have prompted journaling questions that you can ask yourself as you go throughout each week. And it's a 12 week. So I've broken it into 12 separate weeks. And each of those 12 weeks, it's a different opportunity basically to reflect and, you know, just look back at whatever the teachings were for that particular week, and yeah, just elaborate on it and reflect. And this one, I thought, oh my gosh, I did this as a inspiration of the changing of seasons. So this one I created, I want to say, with spring in mind. And so it says, follow your heart, and it's a journal. However, the back, oh my goodness, guys, I thought the back came out so beautifully. So the interior, it's meant to be just like a 5-minute journaling. You don't have to, I feel like with journaling, it doesn't have to be anything that is long and, you know, storytelling. I mean, it could be, right? I think it just really depends on what you've experienced in that moment, what you're wanting to pour out into those pages. And so this definitely, yeah, was inspired with just the idea of, you know what, if you only have 5 minutes, then that's all you need, 5 minutes, right? And so that's, again, 120 pages. And I have a few more, guys. Actually, I have a lot more. So I might actually have to split this up into a part 2, because again, every day I'm like, I don't want these videos to be so long, right? But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll come back tomorrow and we'll take a look at the other journals. But yeah, guys, I think that is it for this video. So I hope you guys are inspired, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So this is actually, I forgot. This was a mandala coloring book that I had created. And yeah, I forgot that I even ordered this. Oh my goodness. It's always nice to see what your customers are getting. So I always like to order, not for all of them, because I have over 50 books at this point, I think. It sounds a lot, but it's not, because I feel like, yeah, I could have had more, but then, you know, I don't want to create things that aren't of value. So sometimes I do take a pause. Anyways, and so I had created this. This was one of the first coloring books that I had created. And I thought, you know what? I should, yeah, I should order it just to see how it came out. And it actually came out really nice. So inside are just different mandala patterns. And then each page has not a scripture, but a quote, like a positive quote, an inspiring quote, basically quotes on life and such. So, okay, so now I'm going to stop the video here because otherwise I'm going to be talking for a very long time. So guys, I hope you're enjoying Vlogmas as much as I am. I honestly, you know what, I thought it was going to be like pulling teeth, but I actually am quite enjoying it, and I hope you guys are too. And I think I'm going to end this video for today here. And I hope that you guys are all doing well, and I'll see you in tomorrow's Vlogmas, and we'll take a look at the other books. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye. Our kids' gratitude journal. Oh my goodness. So I've ordered one for Ariana and one for my niece. What do you think?
It's amazing. I like the inside.
You like the inside?
And all the activities.
Yeah. Wow. It came out really nice, huh?